So this story is ongoing because the semester of college hasn't ended yet. But this person in my stats class is nuts. For obvious reasons, she'll be N and I'll be D. Now, statistic class, I'm pretty good despite the fact that I'm a creative writing and business administrative major. It's easy to pick up and easy to learn. Unfortunately, our teacher apparently doesn't feel the same way because she teaches with the same amount of effort as a high school senior puts into their homework. Today, for example, she wrote 3 random equations on the board, threw her worksheet at us, and walked out the room. Definitely not wasting that doctorate, eh, Doc? I said screw it a few weeks back and just doodle now. To give you an image of me, I'm the president of a club of soccer and a frat guy. You'll probably think I was a douche, but just looking at me, khakis, hat, always wearing letters everywhere, I'm actually a huge closet nerd and my love for Dragon Ball and Gundam is aggressive at best. Most of the time, I'm doodling characters in Toriyama style or drawing Gohan, as he's my favorite character. I guess I never learned my lesson because this girl who sits next to me always leans over in my personal space and watches me draw. N is slightly heavy with multiple facial piercings, like a bull ring and lips. She has multiple anime and gaming tattoos, my favorite being one of Princess Peach kissing Toad on her bicep. N will lean over me and breathe her smoky breath in my ear, which is even worse since I'm asthmatic, and this just makes it worse. And tell me that I'm drawing isn't good, as it should be. This bothers me because when I do something creative, I try to do it to my best of my ability. None of this may seem basically bad to you, but give me a few minutes here. A few days ago, N rips the page out of my notebook, holds it up to the whole class and shouts, "D is drawing in class and he's really bad at it." People at my college are really judgmental, so I was mortified and snatched my paper back. "What the hell, N?" I hissed at her. "Your drawing was bad, Baka. Everyone had to know." I wanted very badly to tell this girl off, but I was horrified about the information I would learn about her later. N is apparently 35 and has a kid. I couldn't even imagine what she had been like in high school. Now, every time I enter the building, my class as she is in, she's out there smoking, telling me my art sucks. I just have to grit my teeth and ignore it now. This all starts last year. I had just started attending Japanese courses since I'm planning on going to a university in Osaka. One day after the course, I saw my mom with this 30-year-old woman and a fat, hairy guy. Most likely 20 or so. We'll call him Acid and you'll see why. Turns out Acid likes anime, same as me. He asked about my favorite anime, which I told him was Fullmetal Alchemist Brotherhood. He asked me if I know Tokyo Ghoul, and I nod. He starts going on and on about how much he loves that show, and then proceeds me to show his Yu-Gi-Oh cards. We keep in touch after that, which is probably one of my biggest mistakes. After a while, we decide to meet up at the local mall since there is a sushi restaurant there. I arrived a bit earlier than him and decided to go to the bookstore. So I wait for an hour before calling his mother. Am I calling Miss Druggy? Oh yes, it's me, Nick, right? Yeah, so I was wondering where you guys were. Oh, we're almost there. Acid couldn't wake up. I'm sorry about that. It's okay, just give me a call when you arrive, okay? Alright, see you. This guy literally overslept. And the worst part? We promised to meet at 12 a.m. A few months later, during summer break, we met up at another mall near the beach. We went to an Italian restaurant where he ate 2 whole plates of pasta. Then, after a while, he tells me something that almost made me piss myself from laughing. He explains that he's God's son, that he's been to heaven and hell, and that Haruhi Suzumiya is his girlfriend. You see why I called him Acid? Because he's insane. We meet a few more times after that, and things start getting weird.
He starts to flirt with me, tries to grope me, and constantly brings up sexual topics, even if I told him that he wasn't my type. Keep in mind that I'm 14 and he's 20. One day, we meet up at the local mall again, and he levels up on a new kind of creep. He asks me extremely personal questions while eating, then throws a tantrum because he didn't get to see a movie with me. My mom, my younger brother, his older brother, and his mom wanted to see. He tells me that if I buy him a mug we saw at the earlier store, he'd watch the movie. So we go to buy the mug, but unsurprisingly, he doesn't have enough money. Why? He spent it all on Yu-Gi-Oh cards. I also don't have enough money, so what does he want? A kiss on the lips. I blow him a kiss since I don't want to touch, let alone his lips. Anyway, thanks to my mom, we're able to buy the mug. As we're leaving the store, he leans close to my ear and whispers, "Squeeze my nipple." I punch him and he laughs and tells me that I'm weak. So I'm going into the theater. I'm not kidding, he tries to touch me from the beginning of the movie until the intermission. I switch places with my brother to save myself. After that, I ignore all his calls, until he calls my mom. "Oh, hey, Nick. Hey, why didn't you call me? We should be more than friends. Be my girlfriend." No. Bye. This creep wanted to date me, so I block him on all social media accounts. I also block his phone number. A month later, he messages my mom on WhatsApp asking why I never answered. My mom, being the living definition of Zen, makes me answer him. I tell how disturbed I am because of him, and what's his response? "I never want to see your face again." So it ends there, right? He never speaks to yours truly and everything's normal again, right? Nope. One day, while I was at the mall with a friend who's from the Philippines, we're walking around when he suddenly shows up. He glares at me and drags his index finger across his throat. So naturally, I freak out and run away. I end up having a panic attack and go home early. According to my friend, he tried to follow me, but she told him to screw off. I recently told this to my parents, and they agreed to sue him if he disturbs me. I hope he gets what's coming for him. I don't care for him at all, and he should get some help.
Thank you guys so much for watching. If you like this video, hit the like button. If you want to see more, don't forget to hit subscribe, and don't forget to hit that little tiny bell icon. It gives you notifications for when these new videos come up. I also have a link for my Tumblr, which you can send your own stories to that I will read. And I also have a Twitter for any time there's notifications for the videos, or I can just talk about stuff, anything, whatever. It's basically a shit-posting Twitter. But anyway, the links will be in the description below. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye!